What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to SoCal Exploring, your number one stop for all things theme parks, well in this case, haunts. And that haunt is Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood 2019. Today is a big one, everybody. Today I bring you the full Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood 2019 survival guide, which I put out every single year. And trust me, if you want to know how to get all the mazes done within an hour or 2 hours, I guarantee you guys this video will help you out a lot, especially for you first time HHN goers. Now in this video I'm going to be breaking down all the things that you need to know before going to Halloween Horror Nights this year on opening night and fan preview night, what the best days are to go, and what exactly you should do, what time you should arrive, all of that good stuff. This is your complete guide to HHN on how to get the mazes done and everything done that you want to get done and as fast as possible so you can go through and do all the mazes 2 times or maybe even 3. We'll just see what I have to say in this video. So with that being said, stay tuned. Let's hop right into it. But before that, make sure to check us out on social media at SoCal Exploring Media on Instagram and at SoCal Exploring on Twitter, and click that subscribe button if you want to see more HHN related content coming out in the next 2 weeks. And all over haunt season there will be tons of HHN vlogs and tons of different haunt vlogs as well, and I can guarantee you all that. And lastly, visit our website www.socalexploring.com for more detailed information regarding these different haunts and HHN in general. A lot of you have been asking, when is SoCal Exploring going to be attending Halloween Horror Nights this year? And that answer is both fan preview night on Thursday, September 12th, and opening night, which is Friday, September 13th. I will be there, so if you see me at all and you want to say hi, don't be shy. Come up, say hi. I had a lot of you guys come up to me on opening night last year. It was such a great experience meeting all of my supporters, and I love meeting you guys. I'm not mean, I'm a happy guy, as you can tell by my face. So if you see me, come up, say hi, we'll take a picture, whatever you want to do. It's a really cool meeting all you that support the channel and continue to watch my videos and click that like button all the time. So thank you all for that. But now, let's get into the juicy details. What should you do when you get there? A lot of people have been asking when is the best night to go, and I find that Thursday nights and Sunday nights are the best time to go. Thursdays are definitely the front runner though, as every year that I've gone, which is coming up on 10 years, I have 10 years of experience, 10 year being 2019, I have 10 years of experience going to Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood. The best nights that I have noticed is Thursdays. Now Thursdays, typically the wait times only get up to a max of about 40 minutes long, sometimes even 30 minutes, and they are so dead. I guarantee you every Thursday there's barely any lines at all, unless it's a popular maze like Stranger Things, and you might catch a break throughout the night where it's like an hour long, but other than that it's still short, like 30 minutes long. I mean, I've been on Thursday nights where I walk right into Stranger Things too. So, you know, it just kind of depends on what the crowd is feeling, what they want to do that night. But typically Thursday nights are so dead, and I guarantee that. So if you want no lines at all, go on a Thursday night, because I promise you, you don't even need Universal Express for it. Thursday nights you will not regret going to. However, if you cannot make it out on a Thursday night, then I recommend the next best bet is Sunday nights. Sunday nights is kind of a toss-up though. It could either be really, really dead out there at Halloween Horror Nights, or it could be really, really busy. But typically, Sunday comparing to Saturday, Sunday is a better day, as they have those nights throughout the week that are typically very short. The wait times are really short. Everything is no longer than 45 minutes, but like I said, it's kind of a toss-up depending on which Sunday you go. I've noticed that the earlier Sundays, such as September and early October, those Sundays are most likely dead. But then as you get into the later part of October and early November, those Sundays are a lot more packed. So definitely, if you can't make it on a Thursday, visit on a Sunday. It's just as good. It's just more of a toss-up, other than a guarantee on Thursday night when it will be typically dead. I highly recommend not purchasing Universal Express to any night until you actually get to the event. So say you're planning on going Saturday night, go through a couple mazes and check the wait times, and if you can't bear those wait times, then get Universal Express. But I know sometimes with people, they go to the event like on a Thursday night for first time HHN goers, and they buy Universal Express, and then they realize that they don't really need it, and they just wasted $100+ on front of the line, when the general line is basically front of the line as well. Definitely do not purchase Universal Express until you check out the wait times and really get a feel of how crowded it is at the night that you're planning to go. Now we're going to move into general plans for Fan Preview Night and Opening Night. So Fan Preview Night is the first official Halloween Horror Nights night. That's when all the public will get to experience the mazes and such. But HHN Opening Night, like the official opening night, is on Friday, the day after. Fan Preview Night, however, I highly recommend you go to Fan Preview Night. The hours are from 7 till midnight, I believe. And it will be a great event because the capacity is set at 12,000 people. And just to get a look at it, a normal Halloween Horror Nights night is set at around 26,000 people. So, and get this everybody, get this. Tickets have not even sold out yet for Fan Preview Night. That's the greatest thing, is that means that there's not a lot of people going right now. And I assume with only 2.5 weeks away that there's not going to be a lot of people attending Fan Preview Night. So definitely, if you want a slow wait time for all the mazes and you want to be some of the first guests to experience these mazes, get out to Fan Preview Night. It's cheaper than a normal general admission night, and I highly recommend going to Fan Preview Night because from what they've described, is going to be amazing. They're going to have exclusive photo ops. They're going to have exclusive merchandise, I think. I'm not sure. They're just going to have exclusive everything, basically. There's going to be a live DJ. It's going to be really, really cool and unique. However, I don't know if Throwback Thursdays will be happening on Fan Preview Night, as if you guys don't know, they're having this thing called the 80s Throwback Thursdays, which is basically like a blast from the past, where it's all 80s themed. There's 80s music and everything. There's a bunch of 80s inspired stuff there on Thursday nights. However, I don't believe that it's going to be taking place on Fan Preview Night. I think it will be the following Thursday after that. For Fan Preview Night, like I said, gates will open up at 7 p.m. and they'll lead you into opening ceremony. So I highly recommend getting there only an hour early. I mean, I don't see that you have to line up very early for Fan Preview Night because of the limited amount of people that are going to be going. I believe that you only have to get there an hour early, but remember there's LA traffic, so really plan ahead. Plan an hour ahead of the actual hour that you're going to be at Universal waiting to be let inside the gates, because parking is really hell sometimes when everybody's trying to get in at the same time, and traffic is definitely hell trying to get to Hollywood because it is in the hills of Hollywood, Universal, and it's really hard to get to with all the traffic, and it takes a while. So definitely plan ahead, but make sure that with all this stuff you get outside the gates an hour early for Fan Preview Night to let you in, and then you'll enjoy opening ceremony and you'll go enjoy Fan Preview Night. And it really doesn't matter what you do on Fan Preview Night in my eyes, because I feel like it's going to be very, very short to where you can basically walk into most mazes or only wait like 20 to 30 minutes. So I don't think that you really need to plan for Fan Preview Night as far as what mazes to do first and like a strategical plan on when to watch a job walking and such. I just think that you guys should get there an hour early to give yourself enough time to get to the front of opening ceremony and get past the small crowds that are already going to be there. But however, opening night will be a little bit different, and here's why. Opening night will draw tons and tons of guests, and it will draw everybody out to Universal Studios Hollywood because it's Halloween Horror Nights 2019 opening night. And a lot of the general public don't really know about Fan Preview Night, so they're going to want to go opening night because they think that that is when it starts, and when in reality it starts on Fan Preview Night. So everybody is going to be going on opening night because that's what the general public thinks is the first official night. So it's going to be very packed. There's this thing called early entry, which begins around 5-ish, where they basically let you into some of the select mazes. Typically it's the Metro Set locations and the Stranger Things location. They let you into some of the mazes early before, and like I said, that starts around 5. You get to experience them in the daytime. It's a whole different type of feel. So definitely get there at least an hour and a half early to that 5 o'clock time. So as soon as you get in, you can bolt on down to whatever maze that you want. But remember, be kind, because there are people around you. Don't be running into people. Just be aware of your surroundings. So after you get let into early entry, do not run super, super fast. Like I said, just be cautious, because everyone's there trying to have a fun time. But once you do get down to the lower lot, head straight into Stranger Things. That will be the most packed maze. Hands down, Stranger Things is going to fill up quick, so you're going to want to do Stranger Things right away. And then after you get done with Stranger Things, head right over to the Metro Set location area. Skip Killer Clowns from Outer Space, which is located in the Mummy Queue, because typically that maze doesn't look that great in the daytime. And with a Killer Clowns property, I don't think that it will look great in the daytime. So head on down to the Metro Set location, where you'll find the Scare Zone All Hallows Eve, but it won't be open until 7 o'clock. So if you want to experience that, you'll have to go back later on in the night. But you'll also find the 3 main mazes down there: Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, Ghostbusters, and Creepshow. Now typically what I do is I head right into where Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman is located, because that maze will shoot you right out into another maze. And once you get through Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman as your first maze, you'll shoot right out to where the entrance is for Ghostbusters, everybody's favorite movie. Ghostbusters, a horror comedy maze that a lot of people are excited for, and I guarantee you that this line is going to get very long. This will probably be the second most popular maze. So as soon as you get out of Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, it drops you right outside of the entrance to Ghostbusters, so head right into Ghostbusters. After you get out of Ghostbusters, hit up Creepshow, because typically Creepshow takes a while to fill up in the line area. So when you get to Creepshow after you've done those first two mazes, it still won't be that long. Typically it will fill up around 6:30. So if you're quick about it and everything, you'll get done with Ghostbusters and Frankenstein Meets Wolfman, head right into Creepshow, because it will typically just be a 20-minute wait. And then after the Metro set mazes, you can head right back up to the upper lot location, unless of course you want to hit the mazes more than twice on there. If you really like a maze down in the Metro set locations, then I recommend doing it twice, because it is a long walk down there. So if you want to do it twice and you're not really looking to go back down there at any time at all during the rest of the night, then definitely hit those mazes up twice. Do a quick lap around, as the mazes will be still at short wait times. But after that, head up to the upper lot location, where you'll get to the lower lot, or upper lot in this case, but in reality it's the lower lot, that's what they classify it as, and head right into Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Now, one inconvenient thing is when you're exiting the Metro set location and you walk all the way back through Toxic Tunnel, you'll go and it'll shoot you out where the Starway is at, the escalators. Now you're going to want to go all the way back around as if you were going into the entrance to Stranger Things, which is right on the side of Transformers, but instead of making a left, you make a right into the entrance of Killer Clowns from Outer Space. But the convenient thing about this is Killer Clowns from Outer Space will shoot you right out back at the Starway again, so you can take the escalators up right after you hit Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and right back up. And if you want to watch the opening ceremony, but you actually don't want to wait the long time you have to wait to be a part of it, you can actually watch it on the side and watch the monsters go after the guests from the side point of view. They typically, if you get there before 7 o'clock, before scare opening happens, they hold you right where Walking Dead's at in the entrance to Starbucks, so you can watch it happen, you just won't be a part of it. And then after it does happen, they'll release the barricades and you go to other mazes, like all the upper lot mazes and the tram garage locations. So definitely, if you want to check out opening ceremony but at the same time do early entry, you can. You just can't experience ceremony. You can watch it though, however, if you just go right up to where the Starbucks area is at and the Walking Dead maze is at, and they will hold you right there and you'll be able to watch part of it as they do their little show and everything, and they come running at the guests. And after you get done with ceremony and everything, they'll release the barricades, and I highly recommend heading right towards House of a Thousand Corpses, which is located in the Waterworld location. And the reason why I say to do this maze in particular first is because it's at the front of the park. Most people will do or most of the general public will do the maze that is first located at the front entrance, and this is the maze, Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpses. So definitely hit that one up first, as it will fill up very quick. Or if you want to save it for later, because towards the middle of the night is when people have already experienced it, so they'll start to merge down to the backlot mazes and everything, so that'll be more of a shorter wait. But I highly recommend doing that first as far as the upper lot mazes go. Then once you get up House of a Thousand Corpses, head to Holidays in Hell, which is located in the Parisian Courtyard, and the entrance is in the Universal Plaza. Now keep in mind, do not jump right to the Tram Garage mazes, which are the new locations after House of a Thousand Corpses, because the Universal Plaza holds a giant queue line, and that queue line will fill up very fast for Holidays in Hell, especially since it's the original, and a lot of the general public will be more attracted to originals than anything. That maze will fill up very fast, so I definitely recommend your second maze on the upper lot area to be Holidays in Hell, and get that done with, and then shoot right out into Christmas in Hell and make your way down towards the Tram Garage location, which you will queue up for the two mazes where the studio tour is typically at during the daytime. But first, before you get down to that location, make sure to check the Jabberwocky show times if you're interested in watching the Jabberwockies at all. Make sure to check the show times to kind of plan when you're going to watch a show and what time you should arrive, which I'll talk a little bit about the Jabberwockies and what time you should arrive a little bit later in this video. But after Holidays in Hell, head to the Tram Garage. So the Tram Garage location, there will be 2 mazes down there. There will be Jordan Peele's Us and Pandora's Box, which is another original. Now, a lot of people know Jordan Peele's film Us. A lot of the general public know that because it's more of a modern horror movie, and a lot of the general public knows modern horror movies. So this maze line is going to fill up very fast. So out of the 2 of Us and Pandora's Box, definitely do Us first, because I believe that the exit will be the same exit as Pandora's Box exit, and then you can just loop around right to the entrance of Pandora's Box and queue up for Pandora's Box immediately after. But definitely, no matter what time you get to HHN at all, whether it's right at opening or right at early entry and you're thinking of going to do the Tram Garage mazes first, always do Us first, because Pandora's Box will be less of a wait than Jordan Peele's Us. And once you get completed with those mazes, well, you just completed the full lineup within an hour. You should be done by all of them by no later than 8:30. That means it only took you about 2 hours to do all of the mazes. And if you follow this strategic plan, I guarantee you will be done in no time, and you will have plenty of time during the night to go and check out the mazes once more. If you want to go through your favorite mazes multiple times, you'll have plenty of time to do that. Plenty of time to experience America's #1 dance crew, the Jabberwockies, which let's talk about. What time should you get to the Jabberwocky show? Well, say there's a show time at 10:30 at night. You should get there about 45 minutes early, so around 9:45 I believe would be the best time, because the seating does fill up fast and they typically let everybody in 15 minutes early. So I recommend getting there 45 minutes early to get the best seats in the house to watch America's #1 dance crew, the Jabberwockies. Now, do keep in mind, if you're just watching the Jabberwockies to cool off from the stuffiness of all the mazes and stuff, and you're just going in there to get a seat, that is not the best place for you. The best place for you is the restaurants, because in the Jabberwockies, everybody's dancing, everybody has their energy up, and it gets really stuffy inside the theater. So if you're just looking to enjoy the Jabberwockies just for the AC, I definitely recommend checking out one of the restaurants in Springfield, as they do hand out free water, complimentary free water, and the AC is running in there. So I definitely recommend doing that instead of just going to watch a show just for the AC. And for those of you who are really interested in the show, line up 45 minutes before, as they do get very packed. They're a very popular dance crew. I mean, they have Vegas shows, so they're very popular, so I definitely recommend getting there very early if you want the best seats in the house. And this whole strategic plan I find to work best out of my 10 years of going to HHN. I find every year that I get done with all the mazes within an hour and a half to 2 hours. It works very well, and there's never been a year where it hasn't worked for me, so I definitely recommend following this strategic plan, but keep it on the download. Don't tell anyone. It's not like I'm posting a full guide on the internet, anyone, but keep it on the down low. Do your own strategic plan, but keep this one on the down low. I definitely recommend doing this one, though. It will help you guys out a lot, trust me. Overall, a couple other things I want to say is, if you're a first-time HHN goer, note that the characters will not touch you if you don't touch them. So please, please do not touch the characters. Do not taunt the characters. Do not flash the lights in this character's face, because at the end of the day, they're doing their job to give you guys a fun experience and give you guys the best time of your lives, because they're going there to get scared. So don't try to scare the characters. Don't try to make fun of them. Don't do any of that. Just be mature about it. Have fun. It's a fun event, and if you don't get scared, you don't get scared. Just walk right past this character. You don't have to be like, oh, you're not funny, or I mean, you're not funny, you're not scary, because in the end of the day, that's just rude, and it makes the characters feel very beat down as they're doing their job, doing everything. It's like a sport, guys. Being a character is like a sport. They're doing everything they're possible to make every single guest as happy as can be and have the best time at Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood 2019. So don't taunt the characters, and do not touch the characters. They will never in any circumstance touch you, so do not touch the characters. I cannot stress that enough, and don't do any other rude gestures to them either, and that goes for guests as well. I hate when I'm walking through a maze and I have someone jumping on my back throughout the maze, and it's not just my girlfriend or my friends. It is normal guests, that random strangers that I don't even know. So please do not jump on the person in front of you, unless you know them, of course, then go ahead. But if it's just a random person, do not jump on them, do not push them, do not try to get your way through the maze as fast as possible. Just enjoy it because everyone's there to have fun. You're going there to get scared, and if you can't take that and you think that you're going to be touching random people in front of you, then don't go at all. There's plenty of fun to have at HHN, but the fun is kind of destroyed when people are being rude. So do not be rude. If you're going with a large group, remember everyone's there to have fun at the same event. So don't be rude. That's all I'm going to say. And HHN tickets are now on sale. I made a full video regarding what tickets are best for you to buy, so make sure you go check that out. Link in the description down below. Check out the RIP tours, the frequent fear pass, the multiple night tickets, the day-night combos, and single day tickets, and of course fan preview night. There's a lot that HHN has to offer this year, so I definitely recommend viewing their website before attending if you're not too sure about everything. But I hope I basically covered everything on this survival guide. I feel like this plan will work the best, and I hope that I answered most of your guys' questions that were in your head on when to get there and when to experience these different mazes, at what time you should experience, and what mazes you should experience first. If you have any further questions, I'd be happy to answer them down in the comment section. I will respond. It takes me a while to respond sometimes, but sometimes I'm quick about it. So if you have a question regarding HHN or you're not too sure what you should do as far as a plan goes, let me know down in the comment section down below, and I'll try my best to answer your question. And if you want to purchase Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood 2019 tickets, visit www.halloweenhorrornights.com to purchase those tickets and look over all the different options for tickets as well. But as for today, that wraps it up for this video, so I hope I answered some of your guys' questions in your head, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. Make sure to check us out on social media at SoCal Exploring Media on Instagram and at SoCal Exploring on Twitter, and subscribe if you want to see tons and tons of HHN related content coming out very soon with those bell notifications on. Lastly, visit our website SoCalExploring.com for more detailed theme park updates that you know and love, and haunt attraction updates, including HHN Halloween Horror Nights 2019. I have been Scott, and you have been watching SoCal Exploring. HHN is just 2.5 weeks away for Hollywood, at least. Orlando is next week already, which is crazy, right, guys? It's already going to be September, and pumpkin spice lattes are back, which I gladly had one this morning. But positivity is key. I will see you all in the next one, and most importantly, remember to keep exploring. Peace. Everyone cashed out. We got the last soul.